What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of The Wiley Show. We have a full show today. But before I get started, let me actually just say thank you to Tina Knowles for putting out this good book. It was good. It was good. It was good. It was good. Also, I want to say another book that was really, really good. Kamala Harris. It was good. 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 So, we got a lot of stuff to discuss in this video. I want to say welcome to the Wiley Show. How y'all doing? Want to make sure the sound is good. I see one of the moderators in the chat. Make sure it's good before we get started because I don't want to be interrupted saying the sound is bad and all of that. But I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, Tamar Braxton is definitely going to probably file a lawsuit against fucking Dineva. MacDC, did I say his name right? MacDC was kissing on Tamar according to fucking Dineva. Now, mind you, fucking Dineva said that Tamar and MacDC and his best friend went upstairs with Tamar and they probably was fucking her from the front to the back. Now fucking Dineva, where is your evidence? Now, it would have been kind of cute if you would have showed a video clip of Tamar doing this type of stuff. MacDC's, did I say it right? So it would have been kind of cute to saw it. But now when Tamar wrote this statement, it looking like Tamar want to sue Funky Dineva. Y'all gotta be careful out here. Now, Funky Dineva, we are praying for you because you got prostate stage 1 cancer. Let me, before I say what I have to say, but fucking Dineva, this is why these women, these celebrities have to be careful allowing a man that like man into the inner circle, because it is a narrative that men that like men, they kind of messy. And what fucking Dineva did, it proved to me that it's a mess in him. Even though he got diagnosed with stage 1 prostate cancer, it did not stop him from being messy. We would have thought him having the cancer would have said, you know what, let me come and do this another type of way. Let me like drag this black woman. Let me not do this. Let me go a couple way. Because the rumor has it, when I put out my report, that, you know, that fucking Dineva announced that he had the prostate cancer, people were saying that this is his karma for how he talk about black women. Now, what they were saying it's his karma how he talk about black women. Now, I'm not going to say he deserved to have cancer. I don't think so. I think that God need to hear, hope, first of all, I hope and pray that God heal him of the cancer. Okay? But in fairness, and I love Tamar, in fairness, Tamar did do an interview, and she said she was on a birthday party for fucking Dineva, and that allowed fucking Dineva to come out and say something about Tamar. Now, we all know that Tamar Braxton is an amazing performer. I don't like to see her in this light where it's drama. I interviewed her sister years ago. I interviewed Trina Braxton on the show. We tried to get Tracy on the show. Right, not before she passed. We tried to get her on the show, and we tried to get Tamar on the show. But she's an amazing performer, and I don't like to see the drama between her and fucking Dineva. This is why you have to be careful. You don't see Tony having these issues because she allowed the fans to be the fans. What Tamar tried to do, she befriends sometimes the fans, the bloggers. But you got to understand, what a blogger, when you befriend them and they fall out with you, they got the power of the microphone. And they can drag you for filth because they got that power. And they saying all that stuff about you. Then you look at it, then now you got to go ahead on and post a statement And in your statement here, oh, Lord have mercy, it seems to me into the public that you're going to take some type of legal action. And mind you, I like the song. I like the project, the EP, the short film. I like it. But what gets me with Fucking Aniva is, where is your proof that Tamar was getting it in with a guy that's in a relationship? What a proof at? We just can't take your word because you say a lot of salacious lying to get people to tune into your show. I'm just giving my opinion. We could just take it there. And so we all want to pray for Fucking Aniva because he got the cancer. But could it be that you got the cancer because all the cancerous videos that you put out about people is coming back and it's eating you up in your body? Could it be? Now, I don't think that Tamar will ever befriend Fucking Aniva again because he is posting some stuff. He made it seem like really like she was having a threesome. Almost made it seem like that she got assaulted, an R word, in her apartment by these two men. That's what it seemed like, what he was trying to allude to. I'm just saying, now we are praying for him because with my thing with Fucking Aniva, when you got diagnosed with prostate cancer stage 1, this is the time that you should be praying. You should be fasting. You should not be doing no type of, you know what I'm saying, no type of illegal substance. You should be humbled. You should not be in a beef. If Lord forbid, if I would have got diagnosed with some type of cancer, I'm going to ask for prayer. I'm going to somebody's church. I'm going to somebody's revival. I'm going to call for the elders of the church. I'm not about to get into a beef because I'm dealing with something serious. Do y'all hear me? I'm dealing with something serious. So it's nowhere in the world that I will literally get into a situation in a beef when I'm battling something that can take me out to the upper room or to the burning hell. Because everybody ain't going to the upper room. Everybody think they're going, but everybody ain't going up there. I'm just saying. Everybody ain't going up there. So I'm just saying, so Tamar, it looked like she going to go ahead and file a lawsuit. And we're going to report about it because we are new media. Shout out to Milagro Gramz. We're going to get into that. Don't rush me now. We're going to get into that. But I believe that Fucking Aniva need to control his action. Because it's like, when you blessed and fortunate to be around celebrities, don't get into that narrative that you just a messy gay. I don't hang around a lot of gay people because a lot of them are messy and a lot of mess. I remember one time I was at my cousin's house and he said, you know, Wiley, we going to somebody's birthday party. And I was excited. I was, oh, let's go. Let's get the cab. I got the cab. This before Uber and Lyft really was popping. So got the cab. Good. Got the cab. We went to the friend place. That dude started arguing at me, throwing out shots. Then there was another dude sitting there saying, I'm coming for your spot on YouTube. And this is before I even was like a full-time content creator. I would just do videos here and there. And I said, this is why I don't like hanging around those type of people, because it's always some type of mess. So you got to be careful. It's always some type of mess. That's why you have to be very, very careful. It may be good, entertaining to be around a person that is feminine and stuff like that. Nothing wrong with that. But when they turn on you, you're going to be all type of bees. They're going to be talking about under your dress. They're going to be talking about your yoni smell. They're going to be talking about everything under the sun. They're going to be talking about you about. Because that's what they go to. I'm just saying. And so Fucking Aniva is leading into that trap of being a person that's gay, but extremely messy. extremely messy. I'm just giving my opinion. I know it hurt. I know it hurt, but it's the truth. He is living up to that narrative, that face of being messy. And let's not be clear. This I remember last time when he said someone gets Michelle ATL and Brown, he went on the page and started dogging her out. Okay. Now he might need, somebody said he might need some chemo for the cancer. He might need all that. Because let's be clear, you know, that's how he makes his money. I was on the phone with somebody and I said, but this is how fucking I even makes his money. He don't make his money being positive. And let's be clear, that people like the mess. That people love to see a crash out. I'm a living witness to that. Last year the views was through the roof. You know, I was crashing out. They was all watching. People all over the country, all of my family, everywhere was watching. Just today I was on Instagram, and we doing real good on Instagram. Hey. And somebody said, I didn't know you was out of jail. Well, you thought I was going to be in jail forever because you was listening to the wrong so-called new media. They didn't know what they were talking about. And you got the wrong information. Okay. Now, let's switch gears here. Now, we talked about the Tamar situation. Press 1 if y'all think Tamar going to sue fucking Aniva. I'm going to press 1. Press 2, she ain't going to sue. But I'm going to press 1. I'm going to be the first one to press 1 that she going to sue her. She going to get a coin. Okay? She going to get a coin. Somebody said, my bad, I didn't see the notification. Oh, I'm so sorry. We going to be posting more on here. We going to be posting more on here. I got y'all. I had to save up and stuff like that because when the money flowing, you know. Okay, they to the boost. They said like 3. Somebody said 3 because she knows she lying. Ooh. So y'all not no Tamar Braxton fans? Y'all not no Tamar Braxton fans? Wait a minute, is my people not a Tamar Braxton fan? Press 1 if you're gonna sue. Okay. Come on, thumbs up, share. All right, okay. So let's get into our second topic. I was minding my own business, and my source came through. And it is official. Armon Wiggins have filed paperwork. I'm not going to give out the case number, but if I have to, I will. But he had filed paperwork at the Superior Court of California. He had filed paperwork against Denai. He tried to get a temporary restraining order. That didn't go through. So now Denai got to get served, and they have a court date. It's a court date. It's on the calendar and it's up to a judge to issue Armon a restraining order. Do I think the judge will give him a restraining order? Yes, because of the stuff that Denai was sharing on the internet. Speaking from experience, back in the day, I was crashing out with my family. This is way, way back in the day. And I was posting all of this crazy stuff on Facebook. I was posting it on Facebook, saying all this stuff. And so my uncle and also my grandmother, they went to the courthouse and they got a restraining order. My grandmother got the restraining order because they posted all this. I posted stuff all on the internet, and I got the temporary restraining order. It was granted. And then when you have to go to court to like fight it and stuff like that, lost that, couldn't talk about them for like 2 years. This was way, way back in the day. Lost that. But one thing I noticed, I'm like, oh my gosh, posting all that stuff on social media can be used against you in the court of law. Now, what is going on between Denai and Armon? Denai have been posting a lot of stuff on the internet saying he want to fight Armon. He also went in the bathroom, tried to aggressively fight Armon in the bathroom. He's putting out all these threats against Armon Wiggins, saying all these crazy stuff against him. And so he's posting all this stuff on his page. And Denai have an open case because he went live today. And he was saying, oh yeah, Armon got this. Armon got getting in trouble with the law, and now I'm gonna have to turn myself into jail because it flagged something with my bail bondsman, and I'm gonna have y'all need to give money and all that. That's what he said. I can't confirm that because I was calling some bail bondsman places. We are new media here, and I was trying to say his name and see that. And as of right now, I didn't get a response. Let me see if I can actually response of that. It was revoked. I didn't get that. I was making some calls before the show to see was his bond revoked, but that's what Denat said, that he have to go back to jail, and he like go to jail on. He's going to turn himself in on Sunday. This is the not word. Again, I couldn't confirm that because when I called the places, I didn't get, that wasn't what I heard over the phone, that he still had his bond. So I don't know what he's hearing. I don't know what the bail bonds place he's at or what they were saying, but he was saying that because of what Armon filed, he filed some criminal. My bond is they taking away the bond. That's what Denat said. Then he started begging the people to give him some money. Okay, but just to let y'all know, that's really the beef that's going on. And then also Denat showed up to the club, showed up to Zeus, and he tried to throw a drink and tried to fist fight Armon Wiggins and Armon Wiggins' boyfriend at the time. This is all where, and then people will say, why he didn't file a restraining order against Wiley? He could have. He really could have. I think he didn't file one against me because I was just saying something online. I didn't physically pull up to his house. I didn't physically pull up to his location and throwing hands and never got that far. So in our mind said, I'm just speaking for myself of what I think why he didn't do it. It wasn't really that serious. It was just all on YouTube. But if I would have came to the Zeus Network trying to fight him, and I'm a big guy, he probably would have went and gotten filed a restraining order. He probably would have. I'm not up here trying to go to his house and fight him and all that. I don't do all that type of stuff. My love language is reading books. I'm too old and I'm too frail to be up there trying to do all that type of stuff. And they literally put my name in it. Why ain't put it against Wiley? I'm like, what? I have made a peace off. When I tell you what I got out of jail last year, I said I'm making peace. I made peace with Armon Wiggins. Did we make peace? We made peace because I said this is the right thing to do for the future, not only for my career, but for my own sanity. Did I say that right? So we made peace. So for people to bring my name up, don't bring my name up. Because he didn't file one against me. This is before Denat. Denat have a history saying he's showing up to these cases to go against Armon. Okay? We came out and we made a change. Okay? So make sure y'all thumbs up this video. Y'all got to help us in the algorithm. Thumbs up. There you go. Thumbs up. You got it. Hit that thumbs up button while you in there cooking your chicken. Some of y'all eat y'all food. Eat your Thanksgiving food. The leftovers. And shout out to Thanksgiving. I was invited to eat with a family, and they had went to, what was that place? Whole Food. That food was so delicious. I said, this is what they serve at Whole Food. Was so delicious. I ate me a good meal. And I didn't even get, let me say this real quick before we get back into the video. I didn't even get sad. You know how some people around the holidays, they get sad they ain't around their family, or they sad they not around their loved ones. I didn't even get sad. Maybe it's the medicine that really make me cut off emotion. I wasn't even sad. I was happy. I was excited. You know what I'm saying? As long as I got my books and a place to stay, shelter and stuff like that, I'm good. I am so good. Okay? Yeah, I think they said, hey, babe, you look, what if I get so happy for you every time I see you back in your scrub? Yes, I'll be back in my scrubs. Okay, back in my scrub. And I took out off work and I said, hold on, let me go and do this live real quick. And then he be calling me The fish eye food was our food when you got in the lawsuit with Armon Wiggins' former best friend, and we brought you on the show, but yet I'm a fish eye food. This man have put out a narrative that I get on the phone with Armon and Armon tell me to drag the knot. Let me tell you something, son. Sit down somewhere. I'm going to educate you. Don't nobody have to tell me to drag anybody. I know how to drag. That's easy. I don't get on the phone. That's a waste of a conversation. So Armon, Wiley, drag the knot. He don't say no crazy stuff like that. And if he did bring it up, I'll be like, you ain't got to tell me that, dog. I already know I'm going to drag you. You ain't got to tell me that. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do that for free. And if Armon, let me say this, and if Armon needs to hire me to be his security, I'm available. I'll watch it back and let him try it. Just put me some bail money to the side, and I'll be your security. He ain't gonna be coming in that bathroom again up there trying to quote a rap lyric. I'll be your security. I'll be right there. What? Anywho, so y'all heard it here first. So I posted on the short. Let me see the short because I love the YouTube short. I wish they would pay more on the shorts. I get so much love in the algorithm for my short videos. For my Instagram video, I did an Instagram video 2 days ago. It got almost 30-some thousand views. TikTok be getting a lot of views. But on my long form videos, maybe I'm doing something wrong. It don't get that much traction like that. But the shorts and the Instagram and the TikTok, they push that through. I'm like, whoa. I'm excited. But they don't push out my long form content. But the short form, they be pushing that out to get the views, stuff like that. And who was that? This celebrity, I'm going to be a little messy because she tried it. I want to make sure I get her name right. Who was that celebrity that came in my DM? Let me find it. Oh, did she delete it? Moniece Slaughter. Is that saying right? Moniece? Is that Moniece? Comment on my video. And she was like, ew. I'm like, why are you worried about me? Ma'am, I don't know nothing about you. Don't be trying to throw shade. Because I'm trying not to get into no mess. Okay? I'm trying not to get into no mess. Why are you in my DM's mess? Leave me alone. I have a right to do a video. I don't care if my teeth is yellow, my eyes wobbly. I'm going to push out some content. She up there like, ew. Like, girl, stop it. Don't let me do a 12-part series on you because I would do it. But I seen Claudia, colorist Claudia. I saw her. And one of my team members was like, Wiley, don't say nothing. She might sue you. I said, this woman ain't nothing but a 2B thot. And she's a colorist. She's a known colorist. She gonna talk about, yeah, all these people be saying something. They be getting it all wrong. I'm like, ma'am, shut up, Claudia. You go on all these different platforms. Why you can't get a show off the ground by yourself? You got to go over there with Carlos King. And then you got to be, I was like, Carlos, can you get somebody else? I do a better job than Claudia. I put on a wig and do a better job than Claudia. The woman is boring. Don't get me wrong. She's a good, you know what I'm saying? She's good to look at. She's attractive or whatever. You know, I hit that. For real. She's a decent amount of actress. And I saw her in that movie. Oh my God. What is the movie? Oh my gosh, I just saw her in a movie on Tubi. It was like the alien was up there killing. And when I saw her lose her life in that movie, I celebrated. I was so happy. I was like, yay. It's like just seeing her because of our beef, I don't even want to see Colorist Claudia on a movie. I'll be excited when she get deleted off the movie. I'll be like, yay, her voice is just adored. And like she up there doing all that type of stuff. But I will hit that. It's no shade. I will definitely eat a box. No shade. But she's messy. And I will never forget her. Like last year, Flame a flop comedian. She's a flop. Trash comedian, never going to make it on Netflix, never going to get on Netflix. She had one opportunity to be up there with Tiffany Haddish, the drunk, and she got an opportunity, but she would never have her own comedy set on Netflix. Never. Absolutely. Leslie Jones will get a set before Flame wrote a solo Netflix special. And even Leslie Jones, I read your book, listen to your book, honey. You need to stop. Just read the book. See, I'm about to be a little messy. Read the book. I don't need you to be laughing, trying to tell jokes, repeating yourself. I'm like, is this helpful repeating herself on here? I'm trying to get to the audiobook because you it was one of my recommendations on Spotify, but then you want to laugh and ha. I'm like, just stop. Okay, just read the book. Just read it. Don't be trying to tell jokes. This is not a comedy set. This is you in the studio reading a book. And I'm like, y'all let her put this trash out like this? I'm going to still listen to it because once I hit something, I like to finish. That's reading books. That's in the bedroom. That's in life. Once I hit something, I want to see it through. I want to see it through. Since I already started hitting it and reading it, I want to see it through. But I'll get a little irritated when I hear she tell a little joke. I'm like, what the world do? And then she repeat herself. Then she go back in her memory. Yeah, back when that time, that's when it happened. And I'm like, is this really in that book? I'm sorry, y'all. But I got to get up out of here because I got to give me a book. I'm told, let me see, before we get into other jobs, listen. My love language is books. I love reading. I love reading. When you don't see me on YouTube, if I'm not at work, I'm reading a book. And when my job had got me a Kindle, you can't tell me nothing. That Kindle Unlimited, I'm on the free trial. I'm loving it. Now, some books that's not on the Kindle Unlimited. And I'm trying to support Black bookstores. I'm trying to, let me say this real quick before we get back in our video. I'm trying to support black bookstores, but y'all need to be open the same hours as Barnes and Noble. It shouldn't be, well, I'm only open on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. What kind of bookstore is that? You need to be open because I want to get a book today. I don't want to wait until Thursday. So if you bookstores, listen to me, Black-owned bookstores or independent bookstores, especially the Black ones, be open every day, the same hours as Barnes and Noble. Okay, but I love my Kindle. At first, I was in the audiobook. When I got a Kindle, I'm like, I love it. And I love the hard copy books too. Okay, and then we'll do some reviews. We definitely gonna do some reviews and post it on there. That we adding that to the show. We had an amazing meeting. What we're gonna add to the show because I have to showcase what other stuff I'll be doing. It's like part of the books and stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna integrate that in the show and do reviews because I like to talk about it. Absolutely. And I did read CNA Thoughts. Baby, when I tell you CNA Thoughts, they was running a whole whorehouse at a home health agency. It was a home health agency and a whorehouse. So one of the guys, and this was a CNA Thoughts. Just listen. It's a book called CNA Thoughts. And the lady was having sex with an 80-some-year-old man. And the man had a heart attack. And she thought the man died. So she left him, boom, boom, boom. And then a woman beat her up because she was like, the pimp like, why would you leave? Beat her. And then the man survived. He survived. So the madam, the person over the home health agency, the pimp, the madam, she told her son, go to that hospital and pull the back and give him this fentanyl or something he's supposed to give good in the hospital so he won't make it out of that hospital. I said, man, that movie was so good. It's called CNA Thoughts. Okay? Okay, CNA Thoughts. When I tell you I was reading that, I was getting my life. When I tell you, I sit and read. Okay. All right. Don't play with. I'm like, oh no, whoa, whoa, whoa. I went over it. It was just like, what, do they really do that? Why y'all giving CNAs a bad name calling us CNA thoughts? So you can get the book on Amazon. You can get the book on Amazon. If you type in on your Amazon right now and you type in CNA thoughts, it's right there. And if you got a Kindle Unlimited, it's under your Kindle Unlimited. Then I was reading another book, Pastors Like to Eat Pussy Too. Oh, that book was so good. It's about the same author wrote a book called Pastors Like to Eat Pussy Too. That was good. The pastor getting the pussy and all that. That was good. Okay, yes, I'll be reading no trashy romance books. You better know it. I'll be reading it. I don't care. I don't care. I do read my political books too. I read my political book. If it's a political book, if it got like some drama, I read that too. I read that too. I was reading Kamala Harris book, and she was mad at Governor Newsom. Not Governor Newsom. She was mad at her running mate. Like, what are you doing? He's talking about your running mate. Why are you laughing? Why are you kiki? I'm like, Kamala was pissed. But Kamala, you should have came a little bit better in this book. Should have came a little bit better in this book. You ain't say nothing about Joe Biden having dementia. You know that man have dementia. I don't care what nobody say. He wanted some ice cream, dementia, and you already see him slipping and falling. You should have been posting all of it. It's okay. Do what you want to do. Then her and Doug, they got into it. They had a little drama. They got into it. They had got in an argument. Anyway, I'm gonna mind my business. I'm gonna just mind my business. Yeah, CNA Thoughts got a 4.4. I told you I read all type of trashy books. I see St. James here. Hey, St. James, love you. I read trashy books. I read political books. I read all type of stuff. Mm-hmm. Anyway, okay, let me get back into the video. Okay, I'm sorry that I got into being a bookworm, but when y'all send donations, sometimes it goes towards a book because I wanted to saying I don't want to just sit at home and watch Netflix or Amazon. I want to read a book. It was one time I could not go to sleep for something, and so I wanted to finish up a chapter. So I got up and I read like 6 more chapters of the book. I like to read. They said while I used to act like Biden took about, I want ice cream. I want ice cream. So okay. So I was in the psych ward. This is a true story. So I'm like, yeah, Joe Biden, he want ice cream. I want ice cream. I want ice cream. That's what Joe Biden, he got dementia. I'm yelling this in the psych ward. Then I'm saying, I want ice cream. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris eat the foul, do all that. I'm just like, listen, when I tell you, I just thank God that I'm healed. Shout out to Pop. I just thank God that I got my mind back. Because I remember when I was going through it. You know what I'm saying? And it was another show. Let me calm down. That I was watching on Netflix called, give me a sec, I'm going to make sure I get the name of it because I forgot I got a lot of you watching. So I was watching this show called Homeland. So one of the CIA analysts, she had bipolar. So it was they was outside and it was a device. The device went off, boom, and she had to go to the hospital. And so and so she started getting that mania because the medicine was out of there. She started getting that mania. She starts writing stuff on paper. When I tell you, my mind went back. So when I went to the library, Las Vegas Library, I printed out hundreds of pages of documents about the mayor of Chicago, about this person, about the policy, about how they took COVID money, spending on the migrants, how the migrants taking our job. I was really stumping for Trump. How Kamala Harris, it was, I will never forget it. I read Kamala Harris' book, not the 107 Days, so the other book that came out a couple of years ago. And I said, she's a liar. She did not talk to her godson. Her godson did not come to her crying because Trump got elected. She's a known liar. I was reading it in the book. Anywho, but I just thank God that I'm on the medicine. I thank God I woke up in my right mind. I thank God I don't be having these conspiracy places, stuff like that. And it is rough. Let me just say this. It's rough when you have to explain to jobs. So why did you say you had something in your book bag? And I'm trying to explain it. Listen, St. James. Listen, audience. I'm trying to explain in a calm voice. I said I had a mental health breakdown and I got diagnosed with bipolar. I was manic. And the white lady said, so why did you say? I said, I want to say, bitch, I done already told you I had a manic breakdown. And that's what I had to say. And don't keep motherfucking telling me, asking me the same motherfucking questions over and over. And I done already told your white ass that I had to be nice. Because I'm like, when I say something, ma'am, just take what I said, give me the job. I can do the job anywho. But I just have to be humble. Because I'm like, why you keep asking me the same question when I'm clearly answering the question? What do you want me to say? I'm just trying to give my opinion here. I'm like, I'm just going to do the job. I'm like, I'm getting questioned by all these people and I'm answering, I'm calm. But white folks, y'all got a tendency of asking the same damn question and then try to reword the question. It ain't gonna change my answer. I had a mental health crisis, mental health breakdown. I was manic and I wasn't on the right medication. Now I'm in therapy. Now I'm on the right medication. These are so I'm gonna give you everything I give you. Child, y'all don't know how hard it have been. I don't bring it to the internet because I don't bring it to the, but today I feel a little happy to bring it to the internet because I know God go bless. And then another opportunity came and a job came and it was just a blessing. The way that it happened good. Like that wasn't nothing but God. God came through a while, and it's some saying. They said God don't put on more than you can bear. And when I tell you, he was a ram in the bush, and that opportunity I said I needed that, and I said thank God. That's why He want me to survive. I know my testimony is going to help the next person. Help those that are going through, because I'm not the only one that went through health crisis, that went through a mental health crisis. I know some people right here watching right now under deep depression. Just let it know, like, hey, it's okay to get on the meds. You will get through this. It may look like it have ended, but just know you will get through it. Because my situation is public, so I have nothing but to discuss it. And my relationship have gotten better. My relationship with my family have gotten better. With me and my mother, we could get on the phone and talk. We don't cuss each other out like we used to. We get on the phone and talk. My relationship have been so much better. Is it perfect with everybody? No. But as long as I can call my mama, glory to God. As long as I can call mama and me and mama good, everything else. And y'all pray for Granny. Y'all pray for my grandma. I pray for her, Lord. She need a healing right now. She need a healing. And I do feel bad for, even when I got the bad news from my grandmother, I could just say I was in my right mind because I handled it the correct way. I wasn't trying to fight her battles and all that type of way. I was like, I prayed and I said, I know she gonna get through it. I was calm, cool, collected. I'm like, because God, when you fail a test, God gonna give you that same test over. Because you got to pass it before you can move forward. So I get on the phone and I get the news that my grandma's in the hospital. That she started breathing, that they had to rush to the hospital. So the old Wiley would have been crashing out. But the new Wiley was like, nope, I took the news. I didn't cry. I prayed because I said, if it's meant to be, God is going to do it. Because God made my grandmother. She served the church for decades. And I love it. I know she get through it. So now she's about to get released, I think today or tomorrow, to go back to where she was at. So that's why I was so calm. Amen. But I'm gonna tell you, it was a rough. Now, what else we got to talk about? We got to talk about new media. Okay. Whew, child. So I was mad. I get an alert because I'm subscribed to my favorite celebrity. That's Armon Wiggins. I'm subscribed to his show on his X account. And so he posts this Vanity Fair, and they were talking about the situation with new media. So I'm going to read some stuff to you all here. Give me a quick second. Let me share. Let me see if I can share the screen here. Okay. It said new media ecosystem surrounding high-profile trials reach perhaps is it apothesis? I hope I said it right. Don't get me wrong if I got it wrong. During a recent case, Sean Diddy Combs, which melted A-list with the fruition of live streaming online personality, the YouTube Armon Wiggins gained notoriety when he poured baby oil on himself in a celebration outside the Manhattan courthouse after largely favorable verdict for Combs Ride. Now, this is the part that I want to read here. Wiggins apologized for that. Let's go down to in this article this about Wiggins, Armon Wiggins. Talk about this, how his audience raised $1,000 for him within 15 minutes. Let me get into the shade of this article. Where's the shade? Now, Megan Cuniff, let's get into the shade here. Megan Cuniff go say, you can just tell they don't know what they're doing, Cuniff said, speaking of the general class of live stream personalities she have encountered. And then they go home and they cry about how they're not considered journalists. It's like, well, you can kind of tell who's a journalist by when something happened, what do they do? Now, Megan Cuniff, first of all, you just mad that Armon Wiggins come to do them court cases and getting all this fame. Megan Cuniff can't stand to see a black man getting this type of notoriety. He raised $1,000, get all this notice, all this thing. And I will never forget it. When Roland Martin, I posted some on my website about Roland. And so Roland said, I had interviewed, who did I interview? Darius Cooks. Interviewed him on the show. And I said, why don't you like Roland Martin? And he said, because Roland Martin is messy. Roland goes on his X account and said that I'm not media. And I said, I am media. Did you go to school? I said, no, I am media. I'm on YouTube. I have a show. I have an LLC. I am media. And so now that I'm so happy now when Milagro as media, that we are media. We sit here, we buy equipment. Like I put some stuff in my cart. I haven't purchased yet. Some microphones and lights and all type of stuff. We are media. I got a webcam. We are media. We speak it to audience. We are media. We are new media. So I'm excited when Milagro Gramz got classified as media. She paid less, probably like $59,000, and then she could probably do bankruptcy file chapter 13 and get on a payment plan, span it out for a couple of years. So with Megan Cuniff, she can't stand that all these bloggers and streamers are coming and she not getting all that clout. Now, Megan Cuniff do get the support from black-owned media outlets because a lot of these black-owned media outlets don't like to credit black folks. They think white water tastes better. They don't like to credit. When I tell you they don't like to credit black people, they give it to Megan the reporter. Even gave her a nickname. But Armon has been posting, doing great stuff, but he's getting the backing of traditional mainstream media. He deserved it. And also, and then this is the thing, Tasha K, you so stupid. Oh yeah, Megan, Milagro gonna be on Gayle King, dummy. She not going to be on Gayle King. She was on the affiliate station of CBS in Miami. Gayle King is not based in Miami. She's based out in New York. So why would you put out that lie? See, this is why we try to understand and be known as new media. Like, do your homework. Why would you put that out there? I'm like, so y'all producers and y'all cases, talking about she's going to be on Gayle King. She was on the affiliate station in Miami, CBS Miami. She was not on Gayle King. See, this is why we don't get the respect because we don't. Some media outlets, not me, they don't vet what they put out. They just put out trash and don't even vet it. I'll never forget it. This is why I know I'm new media. What was that guy? He was on bad. Jonathan Wright. He had got into a car accident, so I called there and get a statement from the jail. So I got a statement from the jail. And they went on and posted on the neighborhood talk. Because when you media, you got to do that legwork. You got to call and stuff like that. You got to go beyond the headline. If they got somebody named, reach out to that person and say, hey, can you come on the show? I'll never forget it. When Santana was in a beef with the producers or the promoters in Memphis, Tennessee, what did we do? We researched the LLC, the promoter, contact the promoter, got a statement from the promoter, and posted it on YouTube. So that's what you have to do with your media. Yes, you can call me adjusted for the due to this case. So now you all will be responsible for your report and how you analyze cases mostly about celebrities. Yes, absolutely. I got to worry because I don't be sitting here lying on celebrities. I get here, whatever they say, I can just transfer the stuff that they said. And then also, too, reason why I like you have the protection of media, that they have to serve you with a cease and desist. If you serve with a cease and desist, I'm like, I ain't gonna say I'm gonna wipe my ass with it like Tasha K said, and that's how she's at $4 million of that. I'm just gonna recant it and take it down. Be done with it. I'll never forget it when Stormer wrote this before he got the thyroids. This before Stormer got the thyroids. He posted something about the nosy neighbor. I forgot the name of the celebrity. I can't think of the name of the celebrity, but they served him with a cease. They threatened him to sue, and so he didn't interview the nosy neighbor. I interviewed the nosy neighbor because I'm like, I'm gonna interview. I'm gonna get this coin. I'm gonna talk about the nosy neighbor. Interviewed him, and then he was another interview that he did with the Tyler Perry. One of his executives at Tyler Perry Studios. The guy came on the show, and he was saying all this stuff about Tyler Perry, one of the executives there, and they served Storm with a cease and desist. And so he got scared. He deleted it. And so if you got scared to delete it. If you can't get media credentials, you can't classify yourself as media. It's insulting kind of. No, you are classified as media. Like, what? Where are media? Oh, yeah, it was Corey. Corey. Thank you for the super chat. Corey Hardrick. Yes, seen husband. And so he blocked me. He went on and blocked me. I didn't care. I'm like, whatever, block me. I don't care. But I still interviewed the nosy neighbor. I didn't get sued because I'm like, listen, serve your paperwork. I'm going to take it down. I'm going to recant it and be like, hey, due to new filings, that the nosy neighbor is a liar, whatever the case may be. But you just can't just randomly sue people. It is a process. You got to serve me, have about 5 or 7 days. You got to serve them some paperwork before you file a lawsuit. It's media have protection. That's all media. So that's a win, Michael. And that's why the defamation got dropped, because she is classified as media. She had media protection. Yes. Whew, Lord. Is that too much to ask for? She got media protection. And I know people get mad and be like, oh, she ain't media. She's just on YouTube. Child, just because you're on YouTube and Twitch and Station does not take away from you being media. That's a new form of way to even talk to people on that way. You got Don Lemon. Is he media? Because he's on YouTube. He's not on CNN anymore. Is he media? They say also me a lot of celebrities are going to be sending the paper to bloggers if they don't like the story. So not really a win to me. They can still do it. Even if they send the paper, doesn't mean that you have to comply and take it down. If you stand by your reporting that you did everything right, you got a statement, it ain't none defamatory, and you have to prove that. So if you can sue all, so you can send the paperwork, but just because you send the paperwork doesn't mean that I'm going to automatically delete it because you send paperwork. Because there's a certain thing called freedom of speech. Okay? And I already know when when Megan said, you got freedom of speech, but not freedom to bully. I'm like, it would have been okay if you would have sued everybody else that had something to say. You were mad because you thought Milagro Gramz was giving pussy to Tory Lanez. You got mad. And to be clear, they kind of look like twins, Megan and Milagro. Even the Breakfast Club said Milagro looked good. She looked beautiful. I couldn't even throw shade. She's beautiful. If she wasn't married, I hit that. If she wasn't married, I definitely hit that. Because she's beautiful, by the way. Absolutely beautiful, entertaining person. She cuts, stuff like that. She even bought me a bed at the time. I didn't have a bed. It was hard as ever, but she a blessing. So I like Milagro. Her fans could be a little out there, but Milagro, I'm cool with her. I love her. So I did repost her in my story, and I put a praise break under what the lawyer said. Her lawyer said. So I put a praise break on there. So all these people rushed over to my Instagram to watch it. So I love it. So I love her. I don't have no ill will against her. This is some, but not all. Now I say like overnight, it's new catchphrase. It's new media. Are y'all mad about it? Are y'all impressed about it? But it's new media here. Before we get up out of here, let's open up the phone lines. And I want y'all to thumbs up and share. I'm excited. I wish I could be on here all day with y'all. 972-674-9462 if you want to call in and give your thoughts about any of the stuff that's been going on. We're not going to drop the link because somebody decided to take off their clothes on one of the lives. So we ain't going to drop the link unless you've been vetted. And I know you. There's a lot of weird stuff going on when you drop the link. That's you got to be careful dropping the link because these people like to take off their clothes, all that type of stuff. But I'm glad. Before I get done with it, If anybody else want to call in, I will make sure got the number on here 972-674-9462. No, not Rico. No, it wasn't Rico. Rico was doing good. It was somebody else. And I was on there, and I'm like, they took their call. I'm like, see, this is why I don't like to drop the link. I'm like, this is why I don't like to drop the link. And I don't really have to drop the link because I can just do a show on its own and stuff like that. That's just how that goes. They say Millie gonna have to pay Megan's legal fees are in the millions. Oh, that's what you think. Okay. That's how I'm gonna pay it. Hey, you live on the Wiley Show. I don't think she has to pay the legal fees, but go ahead. You on here. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Well, welcome, Wally. Thanks for going live to keep us entertained because the streets have been hot, and we wanted to hear your point of view.
Okay, the streets have been hot.
I want to say, first and foremost, congratulations to Millie, Mob Radio, #New Media. The Wally Show is new media. Armon Wiggins is new media. Okay? Millie is new media. So therefore, they can't just say, I'm going to sue you. They have to, like how you just mentioned, have to give you notice, the statement, or whatever is incorrect, and give you time to assess, take it down, or retract. Yeah, so that's a big win for you guys. I really appreciate the judge for sticking to what she said she was going to do because, like you mentioned, the knot was saying that she's not going to do it because, he said he's like a lawyer.
Child, he know a little bit legal jargon. He is not a lawyer because if he was a lawyer, he should have went to law school. And actually, in California, you don't even have to go to law school. You get a lawyer to rep. You know what I'm saying? You go to a law firm and do some hours, and let a lawyer pretty much be your mentor. You can go on that route, and then take the baby bar and take the bar. So if he really want to be a lawyer, he can go ahead and do the legwork to do it. He was wrong, and he was mad and dry that Armon got all the attention, and he's intimidated by that. For me, I'm not intimidated by that. I just go like, listen, I'm just going to deliver the best news for my audience, and that's why he failed to realize that you let your audience down by just worried about what Armon Wiggins is doing, and y'all sensationalize. I'm like, listen, you got to be entertained, and let's be clear. Before Armon showed up, it was dry. It's no shade. I'm not trying to be offensive to anybody, but it was dry. It was boring.
I really bought like the entertainment.
He did,
and there's no shade.
He's very entertaining.
But I also want to say this: the way that the knot was pushing his live yesterday, I'm thinking like, OMG, did Millie F up? But come to find out, the judge ruled and stuck to her thing.
Yeah, took down the defamation claim, and it was at 75,000. Now it's down to like 59,000. So it's a win.
59,000. And maybe plus the lawyer's fee, but if so, it's still not in the million.
No, it's not in the million.
Is it?
No.
Some people are saying 2 million. But how do we know if the other side is not going to just bump it up?
Yeah, but that's why you get your lawyer to challenge it and stuff like that. But also, too, she can file bankruptcy now and get on the payment plans to protect her business because she is a business.
She is. Yeah.
So she definitely knew me. Yeah. Now y'all need to stop saying she was on Gayle King. She was not on Gayle King. When I said it with Tasha K, put that up.
That we know of.
Right. What she was on that we know, she was on CBS Miami. That's not Gayle King. That's not. Somebody said Gayle. Do you know how big that would have been if Gayle King would have interviewed Milagro? That's huge. Now that is mainstream. For Gayle King.
Well, I'm not going to knock it. I mean, anything is possible. Maybe,
Maybe one day. And also, Milagro know how to play her cards. She know how to be the ghetto girl on the internet, and she know how to be professional.
Yeah, which I knew that, but, I haven't seen her in person. Armon seen her in person on the stand, and he verified that Millie know how to hold herself.
Yes, she's a personality. Like you gotta know how to be professional. Yes. Yeah, and she definitely know how to be professional. And her lawyers, he's very attractive. And that gave, and correct me if I'm wrong,
really was handsome too.
she didn't have to pay no legal fees. I think they did it free.
Yeah, that's probably
pro bono. I think they did it pro bono, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but like Millie went live, I think on Station Head, and then she was promoting them. If you guys need help, the lawyers is a great, as you can see.
I'm definitely gonna have them represent. Facts.
The promotion is a way to help them out as well, right?
That's definitely great promotion because the defamation got dropped, and that's the main one. And only what they got on was go to my likes was that deep fake video. If she wouldn't have that, the case, because the case was already weak, it would have been weaker if she didn't did that.
But let's think about that, because a lot of people on YouTube and the social media world, and I agree with them, but I mean, if this was so dramatic to Megan Thee Stallion, all right, yeah, you're suing Milagro, but why not sue the person that created
that makes sense. Why did you sue that person? She should have sued that. I will never forget it. It's a judge that's going after these AI channels because they post all the stuff saying she getting a divorce from her husband. I forgot. I think it's Judge Fate. Don't quote me on it, but she was on Tamar Hall. And so what she did, she hired lawyers to track down the channel holder on YouTube, track down all these people. Most of them were white. Posted all that bad publicity stuff, and she sued the channels. Even Bishop T.D. Jakes is suing them AI channels.
Wow.
So she could have sued.
Crazy,
yeah, AI is very crazy.
In my humble opinion, the reason why she didn't go after the person that created it, I mean, is it possible that it was her team?
That could be a good point to put out there. And I don't. It's very weird. We can't say that her team did it, but it was quite.
Allegedly,
we don't know. That would have been very damaging if they would have found out, like, hey, it was Megan that put it out about herself. But but why would you do that? But they wanted something like, because that's the only big thing that got Milagro Gramz was that deep fake video. But let's be clear, they said the video looked real. It's like the AI is very powerful.
I still have not seen that video, so I don't think really did enough promotion.
Right, because I didn't see the video either. I was in jail. I was in jail when I was in jail. I was eating chokes.
No, Millie was not promoting it because I personally, and I put that on the Bible, I have not seen it.
I haven't seen it either. I was eating choke sandwiches and peanut butter jelly sandwiches and reading books and stuff like that. I was in jail. I didn't even until I got on the phone with Katie Talk, and that's another one. I love Katie Talk. I got on the phone with her, and she mentioned to me on one of our phone calls. She said, "Did you know what's big on YouTube now is that Milagro gets sued by Megan Thee Stallion?" I'm like, "What?" And I kind of felt bad, and I'm like, "Oh, I want to talk about it," but I didn't feel it like too bad because I'm like, okay, I've been off the internet for this long, and I'm loving having this privacy, not being on camera, reading books.
And you were on, and you were, had stuff that you had to.
Yeah, okay, had stuff that you had to get through. But I just can't wait till y'all to read what I wrote when I was behind bars and put that in the book. I can't wait for y'all to read that. It's gonna be amazing. But another thing with Megan Thee Stallion.
Before I jump
go ahead.
Back in the bushes, I do want to touch on the Armon Wiggins and the Denot. Shout out to you for the exclusive, because I haven't heard it from YouTube from no one.
No. And once I say it, they ain't gonna talk about it once I say it. Because even Coffee City, she used to be a friend of the show. Coffee City used to be a source of the show, but she don't hardly post us. But it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, like I don't like how Coffee City treated you when you really put her on the map, in my humble opinion, because I found out from her. I found out about Coffee City from you.
Yeah.
Like I don't like when they do that to the Wally show.
It's right sad. And then all these people, you'd have thought that they would have brought me on the show after I came back from jail, interview. And this is why, if this was like mainstream media, if you talk about me, you would bring me on to give an update. They couldn't even do that. Storm couldn't even do that. He was so mad. He told me to take down the video. He should have contacted me. I'm like, Storm, Storm was the worst. He interviewed the roommate. Now that I'm out, you look like it up. And then now,
I used to watch Storm. I don't watch him anymore, and I put that on everything. I do not watch him anymore.
Now he got thyroids. He having problems with his urine and problems with his colon. He got all these problems and stuff like that. And I'm being real with him. You need to go to the medical doctor instead of going to Africa.
They was trashing Tasha K. Well,
they was. And it's hurting Storm because he said people talking about me and all that type of stuff. Well, you talk about people. Look the lies you said about me on the show. I mean, vicious lies. Mm-hmm. And then a couple of months after that, thyroid's in your body. And you want some sympathy.
So back to Armon and Denat.
Yeah,
you've been wanting Armon for the longest. That Denat is a little cuckoo.
He is. He is. And the thing is, Denat is not an ugly person. Like he's very, very.
No, and he's very smart as well.
Very intelligent and smart. It's just he brought that Clubhouse mentality to YouTube and think it's going to work. It's not going to work. The reason why when me and Armon got into it, it was a little bit more entertaining is because I had a longer relationship and I didn't go too dark. I didn't want to go lay hands.
Yeah, you knew when to draw the line.
I knew when to draw the line. You never see me get on the plane or the Greyhound, because I love a Greyhound. Get on the Greyhound, showing up to Armon event. I've never done it. Never done it. Never.
Even if you had millions of subscribers, I don't think you would even do that.
No, because that's stupid.
That's not the MO.
That's not my MO. I don't do that. Like he's my favorite. He's my favorite celebrity. Why would I want to see harm to him? And then he gets so mad. He said he get on the phone with the fish eye food. They be trying to talk about. That's all a lie. He don't have to tell me nothing to say nothing about Denat. Denat went on and crashed out the club. He got open case. He got all this stuff going on. It's just like you doing, instead of him just being focused on what you have. I would tell my team, I said, we're not the biggest show, but the best thing we can do is be the best widely. And that's why people say, oh, I like Wiley's opinion. Even when I was in jail, somebody said, oh my gosh, I wish you was out because the political stuff, you was the only one talking about politics. So that's because I'm entertaining and I know what I'm talking about. And I'm not worried about what the next person is doing. And that's something when Denat failed to realize. He worried about everybody else instead of worrying about the case. He wanted to get in a beef with Armon, and then once it get out, oh, I don't want to talk about him. I don't do that. I'm smart. I'm entertaining. They said Denat is very attractive, but Hollywood did something to him. I don't think Hollywood, he wasn't even in Hollywood like that. What movie have he done where you can go to the movie house, eat popcorn, eat a chocolate donut? What movie? Name one, please. Most of the movies that he showed when he was in film school and they shoot movies for a final project.
Oh, a pilot?
Yeah, they said facts. If Wiley is so crazy obsessed, what the F is Denat? Okay, that's what I'm saying. Denat did this to himself. He can't blame nobody but himself.
And did not need to take a lesson out of your playbook because, like you mentioned, when you came out of jail, you were on parole or probation.
Probation. Mm-hmm.
And you just mind your business. You did your thing. You got off. Like, he knows he's on probation. Why are you doing this nonsense? Like, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense at all.
You knew that you're on probation. And then you see that Tamar said that he might press charges or whatever the case may be. Why didn't you go and file it first? But I think the first person that filed it can have the upper hand, in my humble opinion. Right?
Because even in that, and that's not always the case, because remember my former roommate, he went and filed a restraining order and it got denied. And he showed pictures of the apartment. He showed pictures of that. And the judge said, well, that's your roommate. You got to handle that with your roommate situation. You got to evict him. You should do something like that. And his temporary restraining order was denied. And I didn't even know that until he actually did an interview with somebody. I think it was Danny Robinson. And he said that he had tried to get a restraining order. And mind you, he didn't even tell me that he had got a restraining order when he picked me up from the psych ward. When he not the one the psych ward, the hospital. He didn't even tell me that. He got in the car and everything. Like, what? Like, really? And then he did an interview. It didn't hurt me because you everybody's saying that, oh, Wiley took advantage of somebody that needs to be in a facility. No. I already knew that he stuttered, and I didn't bring that to the internet. I didn't bring it to the internet because
Sean woke it up.
Yeah, he brought it himself to do the interviews and stuff like that, contact my mom and stuff like that, and all that good stuff. And he thought, oh, he probably thought this gonna help me grow my channel, but it wasn't. The people want to go and follow you. No, absolutely not. Please, no.
I didn't click his videos. I don't really know the person, so it didn't really.
They just wanted to mess about Wiley and all that type of stuff about what's going on with me.
If he came on your platform now and you guys talk about it, maybe.
Yes, and then we will plan on breaking him on and stuff like that. He got like 88 jobs, so we would definitely bring him on to definitely talk about it. But if we have another couple of people.
I also want to say this. In a way, I'm happy that Armon is really taking this serious because at the end of the day, you really don't know people's mental. And now, like, he definitely has to get his accused now because this is serious.
And definitely his profile as a celebrity is rising. And many people don't want to consider him as a celebrity. He is a celebrity, people. If we are new media, we are new celebrities. Period, point blank. So you can't, we have supporters that view us every day, and probably more times y'all view a television show on TV. So we are new celebrities. We are new media. So Armon,
right, Molly.
Yes, Armon is.
I can't tell you when last I turned on the regular TV.
See,
and I do have a jail book, between them on that.
You see what I'm saying? So we are considered new media. And I also want to say this to people that's out here watching. You got to be careful because of that situation that happened in Vegas. And I couldn't go because I believe he's going to trial sometime next year. When that situation, they was arguing and flagging each other's channel. And so he pulled up to the strip and pow, the husband and wife, all over jealousy. And it was news. And then we got on the news, didn't we? We got on the news. Multiple, yes. We was on the Spanish channel. We was everywhere. We are new media, and I know how to describe myself. And mind you, I am literally at the lowest of lows in my life. You know what I'm saying? But that didn't stop me from going to that courthouse. And it was the same courthouse I had to go to when I was dealing with my situation. I was on probation at the time, but it didn't stop me talking about that case. I was worried, like, oh, my probation officer don't see it.
Ain't that God?
No, number God. And then the people at the place I was staying at, they was like, "You so right. I saw you on the news. Was that you on the news?" I was this point. My roommate got mad at me.
I remember you telling us.
I was laying down, and then boom, he said, "Is that you on TV?" I said, "Yeah." And it kept playing over and over again on the local channel here in Vegas. Yeah, and that's the only thing is, speaking about housing, that's the only thing I don't want to stay in a shared housing when one room with two, because some of these homeless people they have mental problems and they go off. Like that dude went off on me, went down.
Roommate, I remember.
Yes, went down there, told the people he wearing my clothes, and the people see this is why you got to be good. The lady said, "I don't believe that Marquise don't bother nobody." Like. Like it don't make sense. Like, why would I wear your clothes? That doesn't make sense. But I said he probably need to be on his medicine. Then I had another roommate. He let somebody borrow his bike.
When the compass falls, right? Are you talking about that one or no?
Yeah, the one with the bike. He let somebody use his bike at his DoorDash. And they kicked him. And I felt bad, but I'm like, you gotta be on it's rules and regulations in these places. You gotta follow these rules and regulations, or you're gonna get put out. And he was arguing to everybody, and I didn't move. So I didn't go out there trying to calm him down. I mind my business, and they said, "You got to go." Yeah, you got to go. He was a good guy. Me and him got along really well. Had another roommate, we got along really well. But when you go in independent housing, some people in there want to get into drama, fights, and stuff like that. I would love to move into a place where if I have to do a roommate situation, I have my own room. You understand what I'm saying? Or unless I know somebody and all that. But yeah, somebody had called me. And I'm like, what? We'll help you move in, but it's $750 for the bed to stay there. And I'm like, I don't know. No, thank you. Because like some of them independent housing, it's a mess. And there was another independent house I was looking into that you have to go to Bible study on Sunday. You got to go to their Bible study. And mind you, this ain't no black church. I'm like, oh Lord, but okay. But if I have to do it, I would do it. But I'm like, that's quite up there. You can kind of save up your coins and get your own little studio. So that's something looking into that own way and stuff like that. But yeah, I just had to let y'all know that. I'm like, let me get up on the show and post more content because now that I'm working, so let me get up here and post more content because there's a lot of stuff going on. But I said today, before I go to this bookstore, I got to go live and talk about this drama.
Exactly. It's just clicking your view because it's out here to get it.
It's out here to get it. Facts.
But
Definitely.
before I go back in the bushes, I just want to say that you need to update your profile. Wally is now new media, content creator, comedian, a blogger.
Oh yes, I'm gonna update because I put on my profile Look Kim Media Relations. I'm gonna update my I'm gonna update it because somebody said, "Do you really work for Look Kim?" I'm like, "No, it was like a joke." I never changed my description. I do not work for Look Kim. I wish I did. And if I moved to New York, OMG, I was just late because I have like New York. Y'all got a Barnes and Noble in New York. It's like 3 floors. Because New York is like is when it comes to books, New York is like the New York bestseller list and all that. New York is where it's at when it comes to media stuff. But I would love to. I just want to visit. I want to be able to see Icon, meet him, somebody that have been faithful to. If I had people like Icon, this show would be on the move on a greater level. You call in and stuff like that. And you have been following us since the Facebook days, all the way up there. You see us transition. This is a new era. Y'all see us in this new. Yeah, what's Callie Miss Rahi? I remember that. And now she's not even a Miss Rahi no more, I don't think.
No, she's Gucci now.
You said Gucci?
Yeah, see the House of Gucci.
Oh, House of Gucci.
The last time I checked,
And Milan Christopher, he got his own house, if I'm not mistaken. I think he like the overall.
I'm not 100% sure, but I know he was a Milan. So
he was a Milan, like, and because he was posting all the time.
He's busting it by opening that on
Yeah, so that's how that goes, and so be done with it. But I love y'all. Anybody, thank you so much for calling in, Icon. Love you.
No problem. Thanks. I'm going back to the bush.
Okay. Bye-bye. All right, y'all. But again, y'all heard it here first. The restraining order. And let's see in the future when Armon Wiggins, if this be granted, then he can't talk about Armon Wiggins. He can't even show up to the court case if Armon Wiggins is there. He can be in violation of the restraining order. So this is really hard. So if they grant this restraining order, that means any case that Armon Wiggins go to any court, you can't go because you have a restraining order. You can go and try to break it and get arrested and all that. But yeah, thank y'all so very much for tuning in. Love y'all. Also, we have a wish list. I'm gonna put this out here real quick. We have a wish list on Amazon. So if you want to bless us on our wish list, you can. We put stuff that we need on the wish list. I'm going to drop it in the chat. Give me a second. And we're going to add some stuff on there as well. Help us out. All right, let me drop this in the chat here. Definitely let me drop this in the chat. Love y'all so very much for tuning in. And we good. Thank you. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. And we will see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.